Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Ones, Dr. Madam Yuriska Meliasari, as our STEM education lecturer, and our beloved friends from Mathematics Education 2023A that we are proud of. We are from Group 4. Let us introduce ourselves first. First, I'm Irshad Izzuddin Arauf with the last three-digit number 024.
I'm Vilgaria Yuniar Putri Dwi Sugianto with the last three digit 241.
And I am Arita Galuwi Dewijaya with the last three-digit number is 292.
On this occasion, we will present the result of our STEM education project with the theme Hemophilia and Genetic Application, Innovation, Interactive Education based on STEM for Prevention of Genetic Disease. Okay, next, we start from the learning objective. Through this learning activity, students are expected to one, student can explain the genetic inheritance factor of hemophilia disease. Two, student can explain the probability of inheritance of hemophilia disease for each case based on the calculation of genetic odds. Number 3, student can determine the chance of a person having hemophilia in each case. Number 4, student can analyze all possible case of children of parents with hemophilia. And last, student can design a solution idea in the form of an application blueprint regarding matchmaking advice based on the standard calculation of the odds of each case, with the hope that students are able to understand that hemophilia is not a curse but can be explained scientifically and can be prevented through education and screening.
So what is the integration of STEM in this project, and what is the main subject we use in here project? First, now for the integration of the STEM we use, there is such science aspect, technology aspect, engineering aspect, and mathematics aspect. Now, from the science aspect, we use here is the student will study genetic inheritance of hemophilia, and the student will also identify all cases of the possibility of a person exposed to hemophilia. And these cases is such as male sufferer, woman sufferer, woman carrier, male and normal woman. And there is more. The student will also explain the importance of preventing hemophilia. And what we use here is preventing hemophilia based on its probability of each cases. Now, from the technology aspect, what we use here is student will use the internet to find information about hemophilia, and also will watch educational videos from internet or YouTube platforms about hemophilia. And the engineering aspect in here, the student will developing a marriage suggestion standard, and this standard is built by their own decision from looking to probability. Nah, and after they already put this standard, they will design a blueprint of a suggestion merit application that based on their standard that they already have. Nah, and the last aspect is mathematics aspect, and in this aspect, students are calculating the genetic probabilities from various cases of inheritance hemophilia, and then the student will also analyze the change of inheritance of hemophilia in cross generation according to their family tree. Nah, and the main subject in this learning STEM project is the S and the M, or the science and mathematics. And why is it science and mathematics? Because we know in to succeed in making this project, the student will likely no, not will likely, but they need to understand the genetic inheritance and the probabilities of each cases precisely. No need, not no need, but they have to do it precisely. There is no room for to do it wrong. They must correct.
Okay, next. Then the learning model used is we use project-based learning or PGBL because it is suitable for real problems such as hemophilia. This method also developed 21 years country skills, especially collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking.
The selected approach is solution-centric. We choose the solution-centric approach because we not only discuss the problem of hemophilia, but also design a solution in the form of an application. Existing educational solutions such as seminars and posters are still limited. We are present with more attractive and science-based interactive education innovation. We also use the EDP approach or engineering design process. The steps are as follows. First, there is ASK. It tells about how is hemophilia transmitted or inherited. What is one way to minimize the spread of hemophilia based on genetic inheritance? And what is your standard for allowing marriage between someone who carries and the hemophilia chance? For the second is research. It tells about learn what causes hemophilia, mainly genetics. Exploring existing technologies to help people with hemophilia, such as replacement therapies, monitoring apps, digital medical bracelets, and calculate the genetic odds of hemophilia, patient, carrier, lethal for each case. For the third is imagine. It tells about brainstorming solution ideas through an educational perspective and brainstorming ideas about application design such as application workflow, features, and others. For the fourth is plain. It tells about determine the web or software that will be used to create application blueprints such as Scratch, Python, and Theaters, and develop a project work schedules and division of group tasks. For the fifth is create. It tells about create application blueprints using web or software such as Scratch, Python, and Theaters. Document the creation process in the form of photos and videos, and make a project report. For the next is test. It tells about simulate the use of the application, evaluate the performance of the application, test the application fulfill its original purpose, and review the design flaws of the application. And the last is improve. It tells about find out improvement and development that can be made for the application that has been made, and make minor improvement or revision to the application design based on the test results.
For the first meeting, the main in this meeting is problem identification and project planning. So firstly here, students will learn about hemophilia through educational video and critical questions that are given by the teacher. And after that, they will do a discussion about the dangers of this disease and how to minimize the number of hemophilia sufferers. And not only that, they will also do a social discussion about a fair marriage solution for hemophilia sufferer, and what is this fair marriage solution. They will likely think about this based considering the possibility of their children, of the hemophilia sufferer children, as well as the justice for the sufferer himself. So the teacher then will direct student to make a marriage decision standards based on hemophilia genetic opportunities. And of the group are freely to make a standard according to what they think are right or what they think is fair for the hemophilia sufferer. And after that, they will think about their design blueprint, such roughly design, and they will probably start planning, like give the job to each their member.
Okay, next, there is meeting 2, namely project implementation. When the group continues the applications creation project, student consult with teacher, discuss and complete group assessment, and then the documentation process is carried out through photos, videos, and notes.
For the third meeting, there are 4 activities, like introduction, testing result, evaluating the learning experience, and closing. In this third meeting, each group presents the result of their project, and simulation of application use is done in class. Teacher and other friends provide input, and students reflect learning experiences and think about future development.
And that's all about our presentation. We would like to say sorry if there are still so many faults in our presentation, because we are still in the learning process. And thank you for Madam Judiska and all my friends for the attention. And lastly, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.